Good evening, everyone, and welcome to your 7 p.m. yin practice. For those of you meeting me for the first time, my name is Julia. It's an honor to be here with you and to be teaching you this evening. So what you'll need for this practice while you are at home, you might need a tin or two if you don't have blocks. We're not doing too much with that we would need blocks. It's more cushions that you'll need, but if you like to have a block, then maybe grab a tin or two now. And then as many cushions as you can possibly grab would be great. And a blanket, at least one, if not two, because we're going to be using it in sort of a folded up shape like this. So that we're prepped, just grab your blanket, take it like this, start to fold it. So you fold it in four first, then you fold it into a roll, like such. Okay, and just set it aside. And we're going to open with a meditation today, so I'm actually going to use this roll and sit on it before we begin. So if you're joining us this evening and maybe you just have time to sit for a meditation, that's fine too. You can go ahead and do that. All right. So we will get started by either closing or lowering your eyes. And if seated cross-legged isn't comfortable, because it definitely is not comfortable for everybody, myself included, for long periods of time, you can straighten your legs. You can sit on a chair for this first portion. Okay, so just making sure you're comfortable. And then slowly closing or lowering your eyes. And tuning in and checking in with your breathing. So our class today, our yin practice, is going to be rooted in the wisdom of those who have gone before us. And I think oftentimes we forget that most knowledge is recycled knowledge, and those that have stepped ahead of us and before us have paved a really, really great way to make life more accessible for us, especially if we live in North America. And I'm not saying everybody, but for many of us, we have a lot of benefits. And during this time when we're staying at home, I think it's a great reminder to tune into and express gratitude within ourselves for our elders, for those who have gone ahead of us. So we'll take about 5 to 10 breaths, just honoring anyone older than us that maybe we have to stay away from right now, who may feel very isolated on their own, that perhaps are only having audio communication or no communication at all. Just sending those people a little bit of love from your heart. Even sending some love to those who are no longer with us in the physical form. Today would have been my grandma's birthday, so I'm sending a little love out to her. And as you breathe here, just noticing sensations that may be coming up in your body. So you may feel a sense of calm or gratitude. You may even experience a bit of sadness or a tug at your heart. Wherever you are in that spectrum of emotion, just allowing your body to feel what it's feeling. If you are having intense emotions, then taking one hand and you can place your hand on that area of your body. And allowing yourself a breath in and a breath out. Thankful to all of our parents, our grandparents, our great-grandparents, and beyond, all our ancestors who've worked really, really hard for us to be where we are. I heard a quote, or I read a quote this morning that my friend posted, just saying that, many of our elders would have gone out of their way to protect us if it was young people who are vulnerable. So just gratitude for those strides that they have taken already. So a few more breaths here, noticing again all and any feelings, even if you're estranged from maybe an older person in your life, acknowledging, holding space for those too. It's not always easy with our families, but for just a moment, just breathing in a sense of acceptance for wherever you are within those relationships. One more inhale. And a full exhale. And then go ahead, you can slowly open your eyes. And if you were touching your body, just removing your hands from your body. So we will move into our practice now. All right, so taking it back to the mat, I'm gonna get off my makeshift bolster. And our first pose is going to be just stretching out our legs and releasing it if we had them crossed. I'm gonna ask you to take your left foot to the inside of your, I touched the wrong leg there, but to the inside of your right leg, and you can create a bit of space, so you don't need to be front on, it can be slightly out to the side. Okay, and if this knee feels really high, you can use your good old jar underneath the leg to assist it, all right? One of your cushions, if the bottom of the knee feels a little bit tender, you can slide a cushion underneath, okay? And we've spoken about this before in my classes if you take them, or if you've seen one of the recent videos. If your back feels really round in this shape, just take this rolled blanket, pick your bum up and sit on it, and then you'll feel a little bit, hopefully a little bit of movement. And then we're just gonna fold forward over the leg and allow your head to relax. Any neck tension or pain, again, grab a trusty old cushion. You can rest your head. I enjoy doing that. Palms facing up. And allow yourself to be still. If it's your first time doing a class like this, Yin Yoga is a slow, quiet, cooling practice. And in the poses, we're looking to really relax our muscles and allow our bodies to hang out in shapes. And we never want to feel any kind of extreme tension or pain, but we are working with a comfortable edge so that our bodies are still feeling a little bit of a stretch, but nothing too much that it causes other areas of our body to tighten. And then exactly where you are, just noticing where you feel the pose. Maybe the back of the leg, the low back, your outer hip and thigh, just becoming aware of any and all sensation in this shape. Breathing into the sensation in your body. And giving yourself the opportunity to just let your mind start to focus in on the present moment, on your body. And it's totally okay if your mind starts to dance around, but whenever you see that or notice your mind thinking about other things, just gently redirecting it towards your body, towards your breath, and the sensations that you're experiencing in this pose. We're going to take 3 more breaths, allowing an inhale, an exhale, breathing in, breathing out, in, out, and slowly turning your palms towards the floor. Start to roll your body up. It's okay if you're feeling a little bit sticky or achy. It's a bit normal. And just allowing yourself a moment to release. So straightening your left leg. Allowing yourself an inhale. Breath out through the mouth. And we'll gently switch sides. So this time we're going to take our right foot in. Our left leg is extended. If you need something underneath the upper knee, you can. Something underneath the straight leg, you can, just to protect that knee. And then we inhale, find some length towards the left leg, and exhale, fold, but without pulling, just palms up, body relaxes forward. And then again, sometimes we experience some tension through the back of the neck. If it feels better to have something underneath the head, please go ahead and do that. We'll be a little quieter on this side, but if there is stuff going on around you, which will be very likely because all of us are at home, just allowing those sounds to filter in and out of your awareness while you're in the pose. Not getting too attached to the perfect way to practice or full silence. Just seeing if you can drop in a little more deeply towards your breath, towards the pose. If there is someone running around you and you're feeling a little irritated, that's okay. Letting that in too. And just breathing with this one. Starting to notice how your body reacts to more silence in the pose. Again, if your mind has drifted off, gently bringing it back. We have about 10 breaths. If it helps for you to fold one finger down after each exhale on your hands, going ahead and doing that. And very gently starting to turn your palms down towards the floor and begin walking yourself back up. All right, extending both legs. We're gonna press pause between those sides, so just sitting up nice and tall, hands on the thighs, shoulders back. Allow yourself a breath in and a full breath out. Okay. Next, we're gonna go into a wide-legged forward fold. So just taking the legs a little wider, okay? And again, if the back rounds, you're gonna sit on this round folded blanket again, okay? And if the bottoms of the knees are tight, you're going to, let me just make sure you can see, slip your hands underneath to add some protection. And then I just say go for it and pile up as much as comfortable for you. Find a bit of length, allow your body to fold forward. And then again, there's a bit of an edge, and then rest your head on something and fold. Okay. So choosing again which variation feels best for you. Many people practice this without props. As I get older, I definitely feel like props are needed for my practice. Actually, from a very young age, I love props in my practice, and I really feel that when you allow your body to move towards something, it just allows your nervous system to settle a bit more, and it can help for muscular tension to release. And it's different than restorative because we're not completely taking out the stretch. We're just allowing other muscles that may tense up from tension in our body to relax through the props. So go ahead and relax your toes. Relaxing your right thigh and your left thigh. Noticing your forehead, your jaw, your cheeks, your right arm and your left arm. Just allowing these areas of your body to release towards the floor. We're here for about 5 more breaths. Just tuning into any parts of your body where there may be some additional tension or holding, and just send your breath to that area or bring your mental attention to that area and breathe. Okay. Gently taking your hands down onto your mat, start to press yourself back up. And sitting up nice and tall, breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, so transitioning into child's pose. So we have a few options here. Some of you might want to or may want to take a child's pose without any props, in which case you will bring your big toes to touch and your knees wide, and you'll just take your body weight backwards, forehead towards the mat, and hang out. Okay? Another option, if there's tightness through the front of the feet, okay, is to take your rolled prop in front of you and use that just to take a little bit of pressure off the front of the feet. You can also take another cushion and place it between your buttocks and your heels, which takes a little bit of pressure off the feet, and you can make this stack higher, which I love. So wherever you are, choosing what feels best for your body. And we're here for a little longer in this one. Just waking up the front of the feet. Breathing into your low back, your thighs. Staying where you are and starting to tune into where your head is at, where your thoughts are, how your body's feeling in this shape. Always knowing that you have full permission to shift, alter, or change a shape if there is too much discomfort and or pain. A lot of permission in this practice to do what's best for your body and to resource and advocate for your body every breath, every moment. Just checking in with how you feel. We have 5 more breaths. Okay, very gently start to bring your hands onto the floor and Take your time to transition backwards. Remove the props off to the side and bring yourself directly onto your belly. Just allowing your legs to release. Bring your arms into a cactus shape, turning your face towards the right. Turning your face towards the right, and just close your eyes and start to notice the sensations through your legs, through the top of the feet, the thighs, noticing if you feel anything in these areas. Honoring the space between poses as much as the poses themselves. And then from here, with your face looking to the right, gently bring your right knee up as well. And we're going to be here not for too long. Maybe just about 10 breaths. But you can roll your right hip towards the floor. Another option here is to thread your left arm under, okay? And take your right hand underneath your head, or just rest your head on the floor. Adding a shoulder opener. And take your time, lightly lift your head, and we're just going to transition to the other side. So if you are in cactus, you're going to straighten, or everyone is going to straighten their right leg and turn your face in the opposite direction. And bend your left knee this time, and you have the option of doing the shoulder opener. Bringing your attention towards your pose. We're still in the pose, staying for about 5 more breaths. Softening your jaw again, your eyes, your legs, your hips. Take your time, bring yourself out of the pose, sliding the right arm out, straightening your left leg, and then just bringing one palm on top of the other and place your forehead on your hands. Okay, bring yourself up onto your elbows. I'm going to demo the next pose. So we're going to move into pigeon, but pigeon isn't always the most accessible shape for everyone, so I'll give a few options, okay? So starting on the hands and knees, you're going to windshield wipe your knees towards your left, and then just lift the left leg and bring it back, okay? So this is pigeon, and some of you may just go right into the shape and hold. Now that can be quite intense for the front knee, so you have a few choices. You can take your can and slip it underneath the thigh, rest there, and as well as I tip over, a cushion and place it underneath your head, okay, so that gives you some height. If you are using something a little more jagged like a box, like maybe a Perrier box, you're going to put it under the thigh with a bit of the blanket on top, and then apply the body weight on top just to take some pressure off the thigh and bring yourself down. Okay, so that's pigeon. Those of you that are thinking, not my knees, not today, you're going to just sit, flex the foot, the front foot, the right foot, bend the other knee slightly back, and just fold over something. Again, you can have something to place your head on. All right, thread the needles, another option, lying down with the ankle across the thigh. Okay, so choosing any of those that feel good for your body. And we're here for about 20 to 30 breaths. So our hips are most delicate, and we really want to respect them when we're holding longer poses. So prop as you see fit and find that comfortable edge. So we don't want to feel any knee pain, nothing near the insertion points of our poses here. We're just sort of trying to relax the muscles completely, but still steer away from any tugging at those points that causes discomfort or that maybe is against an injury. For some people, hip poses can really bring up heat in your body. So if you need to, you can breathe out through the mouth. So notice where you're holding your body up. Can you relax your shoulders a little bit, your jaw? Let's take 5 more breaths. Just really turning toward yourself during these breaths, offering your body support with your breath, with your attention, with your patience for your body. And then go ahead and start to bring yourself onto your hands. You can bring your back knee slightly forward so you can lift your weight off of your prop. And we're going to come to seated between the shapes and lean back on your hands and allow yourself to feel the sensation through your right leg. So closing your eyes. We're here for about 5 breaths as well. Respecting the flow or release from that posture. Let's do the other side. So I'm going to turn around for this. This time you're going to windshield wipe your legs towards the right. And then you will extend your left leg back. Again, if you need a tin or something underneath the buttocks, please go ahead. And perhaps something underneath the front of the body. Okay. If you are doing deer pose, it is going to be left leg forward. Your right leg just bends a little bit behind you and you fold forward with props underneath your head for support. Okay, so choosing what feels best. We're here for about 7 more breaths, really supporting your pose in the way that you need, whether it's shifting out a little bit early, maybe it means relaxing your left leg a bit, maybe it means relaxing your shoulders, your jaw, just tuning back into this shape if your mind was drifting off and giving it your full attention, taking an inhale, breathing out through the nose or the mouth. Breathing in, breathing out. In, out. 4 more on your own. Okay, take your time, bring your hands onto the floor. Maybe bring the back leg in slightly so you can lift your weight. Remove props, sit down. Straighten both of your legs. Lean back on your hands. Close or lower your eyes and breathe. Paying attention to the sensation in your legs. Okay, everyone. So we're going to take our blanket, which now is unfolded for me. Again, making it into a square, if you can, and rolling it. Now, if you didn't end up being able to get a blanket, that's okay. I'll give you another. You can do this without it. You don't need it. All right, and we're going to just place it on our mat and line your low back up with your blanket and slowly start to roll back. So this is a gentle back bend and should be okay before bed. All right, so legs can be straight. Sometimes this feels like a bit too much, so you can inch your weight, your body down, arms by your side. If you're comfortable with bringing your legs into bottoms of the feet touching, knees wide, please go ahead and do that. For some people that's not so comfortable, so you'll just either keep your knees bent or your legs straight. So choosing what feels best. And if you don't have a rolled blanket, then just lying down and bringing the bottoms of the feet to touch, or having the legs straight with or knees together with knees bent. Supine cobbler's pose or rest pose. And the purpose of the rolled blanket underneath the body is it just creates a little bit of a lift for the chest. It allows the muscles, the connective tissue through the front of the chest to release. Once again, towards something. It can alleviate pressure and tension from being rolled forward over a screen or phone, picking up kids. It's just a really nice equalizer for the back, so long as there isn't anything too acute with injury. And starting to tune into how you feel, how your body feels within this moment. We're going to take some diaphragm breaths. So take your attention, your mental attention, down to your belly button, just below the belly button. So we'll do some belly breaths and then breathing in through the diaphragm. You're going to inhale. Just notice what moves in your body, maybe your belly, maybe your ribs and your chest. And exhale. Noticing these areas of your body move on the exhale. Inhaling, becoming aware of your belly, your ribs, your chest. Exhaling, chest, ribs, belly. And it's okay if everything feels like it's moving at the same time, that's fine. Breathing in, belly, ribs, chest. Exhaling, chest, ribs, belly. A few more. Inhaling, belly, ribs, chest. Exhaling, chest, ribs, belly. Last one. Inhaling, belly, ribs, chest. Exhaling, chest, ribs, belly. And continuing to breathe here, you can return to your natural breath. Over the course of your next 3 breaths, taking your hands, lightly guiding your thighs towards one another if they were extended. If not, just straightening the legs, and we're all moving in towards straight legs for a breath in, full breath out. And then go ahead and just roll towards your left. We're going to lightly press ourselves up and remove the bolster, the rolled blanket, and just lie right back down. Just lie right back down. And just feel the space that you've created from that pose. And we're here for about 3 breaths. Just noticing how your body feels after that pose. Our next shape is going to be our final rest, Shavasana. So you're literally in the pose now. If you're comfortable where you are, just stay. If you would like to roll to your left again, help yourself up. You can, or roll to one side, help yourself up. You can place a little bit of a cushion underneath your head. You can take your rolled blanket for under your knees. Lie down, and then if you have another blanket, you can cover your body, which is so nice. If lying on the ground in this way isn't for you, you can sit up, you can lie on your couch, you can sit in a chair, just choosing right now where you want to be. If you need a quick sip of water, getting a sip of water. Making yourself really comfortable for this final rest. And as you lay here, coming full circle to our opening intention or meditation, Gratitude for your age, whatever age that you are. Gratitude for our seniors and our elders, past and present, that we're really protecting by staying home. Extending love, compassion, and self-acceptance, and maybe even forgiveness for ourselves, for any strained relationships that we may have with people we can't see right now. And to all our parents, grandparents, and grandparents' parents who worked really, really hard to make classes like this possible. It's my allergies. So if you're feeling really, really relaxed where you are, feeling free to remain there. Otherwise, you're welcome to gently roll to either side and help yourself up. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for attending. Please stay and rest longer if you have the time. Thanks so much, Moto Yoga Pickering. We miss each and every one of our students. We're so grateful to be having these live streams to connect with all of you, and we hope that you are enjoying the classes, and it's our passion to teach and stay connected to you. So thank you so much, and have a good night, everyone. Love you.